share the screen. Yeah. So you can read one of you. Puneet, would you like to read? Similarly, these conditions were. Okay, Xavier, you're reading. You are unmuted. Read. Xavier, you can call.
Okay. Similarly, the conditioned soul, the living entity, has come here to the material world for enjoyment and material happiness. And the Vedas are the guidance. All right, enjoy, but you enjoy according to these principles. That is called Veda. Therefore, everything is there, just as we sometimes perform a marriage ceremony in the temple. What is this marriage ceremony? It is the combination of man and woman, boy and girl. They are already there. They are living like friends. What is the use of this marriage ceremony? It is Vedic. The Vedas account for living together, sex life, but under some special regulations so that you may be happy. The ultimate end is to become happy. If you follow the Vedic rules and restrictions, that will not mean that you will be kept from eating or not allowed to sleep, not allowed to defend or to have sex life. It is not like that. Your bodily necessities are the same as those of the animals. The animals also eat, they also sleep, they also mate, and they also defend. So we require these things also. But the Vedas describe some regulations. You act in this way so that you will not be unhappy. If you follow the regulation, ultimately the result will be that you will be free from the material entanglement.
Any reflection,
Let's see. So I think it's just saying that it's understood that I think it's saying that it's understood that there are human needs and necessities, but if we follow the rules, then we won't be unhappy and we'll be free from material entanglement, which these things can bring.
Correct. Yeah. So by following the Vedic injunctions, one can become happy. Meaning, even materially speaking, also, I think I'm not sure whether I did this, but we are saying about sanctioned, sanctified, and regulated. So if you follow the rules and regulations given by scriptures, then material things also like say some marriage or any kinds of dealing with anyone. If you follow the rules and regulations, like honestly, you deal. Don't deal in things which are propagating sinful activities of meat eating, gambling, intoxication, sex. So all these rules and regulations if you follow, you get up early in the morning, don't keep sleeping till 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So when you follow the injunctions of the scriptures, that itself will make you materially also happy. And then you can focus on the prime instructions of Vedas to go back to God as well. Otherwise, simply following the Vedic scriptures for material happiness also is not the goal. The goal is to go back to God. That one should understand. Yes, next. Puneet, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Now in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll find
all of you can put your video also on. Very good. All of you see Xavier Prabhu, see how he keeps video on always. Like that, we can also keep video on.
Now in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll find that Krishna says that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Thank you. You're not taking dinner, no?
No, I was eating. It is over.
Oh, it's over now? Okay. I was thinking maybe if you're taking dinner. But it's okay. Even if you're taking dinner also, you can be having video, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Puneet Prabhu, I think from this material life you have to read.
Yeah.
Yep. This material life is not meant for the spirit soul. It is simply a misunderstanding that you want to enjoy this material life. But Krishna, the Supreme Lord, gives us specific orders so that we can enjoy in such a way that at the end, you will understand that this is not a proper life. Our proper life is spiritual. This human form of life is perfected as soon as we come to the understanding of spiritual existence. That I am Brahman, Otherwise, if I do not
Brahman,
take
Brahman,
care of
Brahman, Brahman.
Brahman, I'll just repeat that. This human form of life is perfected as soon as we come to the understanding of spiritual existence, that I am Brahman. Otherwise, if I do not take care of my spiritual life, then the result is that I must live as the cats and dogs too. There is every possibility that my next life will be an animal life. And if by chance or by a freak of nature, I get into animal life, then millions and millions of years will be required before again coming to this human form of life. So the human form of life is meant for self-realization, and the Vedas are the direction.
Hmm. If I do
Oh my
not
God.
take care of my spiritual life, then the result is that I must live as the cats and dogs do. You see. So if you don't worry about scriptural injunctions, then we have to simply live life like cats and dogs only. Hmm. And we see also our life, before coming to Krishna consciousness, anything, generally people eat anything, sleep anywhere, any time, any amount of time. So my nani ji would say, to my mama and all, they say, manai banja, manai banja. Cash हुआ था like बस like that बोलती थी कि मनुष्य become human being, he should say. You are sleeping till 10 o'clock and all that, and so yeah, otherwise we live like animal life only then. Of course, actually animals also follow the nature's law, because they go by instinct, so they somehow naturally follow nature's law. The human beings actually become worse than animals. Because animals have degraded life. They are not civilized in terms of cleanliness and many aspects. So, but they at least follow the nature's law as per their whichever species they are there. So, but human beings have become even degraded than animals also, because completely unpredictable the human being can become if he is not following the Vedic injunctions. Yeah, so I get it on your life, then millions and millions of years will be required before again come to the human form of life. So there's a problem. And when we live life like cats and dogs, then we may become cat and dog next life also. So human form of life is meant for separation, and the Vedas are direction. Any reflection, Puneet Prabhu, on this paragraph?
Actually, this is a very powerful paragraph. Actually, I think it tells us how important the current life is, because if we realize late in our current life, even if we realize late and when we get old, and then we realize, oh, we might have to do, and if we realize the purpose of our life, we may not have enough time to do what is needed to go back to Godhead. And like it says here, if the next life is animal life, then it becomes all so much difficult, and we might have to lead so many lives to again get an opportunity to go back to Godhead. So we have to use our time that we have right now as much as possible, and be in the spiritual path.
Yeah, correct. Any your reflection, Pranay Prabhu?
Yeah, like it's similar only. Like first line, it is said, right? Material life is not meant for the spirit soul, but I think due to Maya, like we get the misunderstanding, right? And we start enjoying in like sense gratification and like forget the Lord. Like as you said, we like sleep at any time, eat anything, like there is no like regulation over us. We like to be independent and do whatever, but that's not the way. We should always like follow the shastras that gives us the rules and regulations to how to live happily here as well. Like if we follow those rules, we'll be happy here and then go back to Godhead. Like if we like try to be more independent or do whatever we want, then like next life we'll get the animal life and we'll keep going down, right? So and there might not be the chance that again we get the human form. So it's very precious, so we should value it and like keep chanting and keep progressing in our spiritual life.
Thank you, Prabhu. You can read Pranay Prabhu next.
Yeah. Now, in the Bhagavad Gita, you will find that Krishna says that to study or to follow the rules and regulations of the Vedas actually means to come to the understanding of Krishna consciousness. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam also. So, the Vedas give you the chance to gradually come to the point of understanding Krishna after many, many births. But the Bhagavatam is called the essence of life, the ripened fruit of the Vedas, because the Bhagavatam gives you directly what is needed in your life.
You can read the next also, and then you tell me the reflection.
Yeah. The Vedas are divided into four: Sam, Rig, Atharva, and Yajur. Then these are explained by the Puranas, of which there are 18. Then these are still further explained by the Upanishads, of which there are 108. The Upanishads are summarized in the Vedant Sutra, and the Vedant Sutra is still again explained by the Srimad Bhagavatam by the same author. This is the process. So the Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic knowledge.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. So, like it is mentioned, like there are many scriptures, like right? If we want to read like Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, and like a lot of number of them, but Shrimad Bhagavatam is basically the essence and the like the root of everything, right? Like similar, if we put water in the root of the tree, as we discuss it, uh, reaches to all the leaves also, right? So if we read like Shrimad Bhagavatam, we'll get the knowledge of like all the basically Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, and like we should follow that, I think. So it's very important. If someone wants, they can read that also, but I think if someone reads Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and follow that like strictly also, so his life will be like very good and he'll become a pure devotee of Lord Shri Krishna.
Beautiful. Very nice, bro. Very nicely explained. Thank you. Yeah. JV bro, you have any reflection on this two paragraph?
I like how it just plainly states that it plainly states what the Bhagavatam is and what it does. Like that last sentence in the top paragraph. It's called the essence of life, the ripened fruit of the Vedas, because the Bhagavatam gives you directly what is needed in your life. So it's like saying has put all the answers in this here. So if you have a question, come here for the answer.
Yeah, correct. Because Vedas sometimes, no, it may take longer time for somebody to come, because sometimes when we get lost, because Vedas have so many things. So when we get lost also, when we're not able to come to the conclusion of the Vedas sometimes. But Gita and Bhagavatam is like directly conclusive knowledge about Krishna. It's directly telling what, as Zero said, it's like, directly addressing your real need to attain Krishna and helping you to attain Krishna. So telling you your real need and also helping you to attain that. So Bhagavatam is the essence of life. So that's why devotees focus on Bhagavatam more. Because Bhagavatam, if you read, then your life, you can perfect your life. So, and purpose of Vedas also is to eventually attain Krishna only. That's why he says, Vedesha sarver ahameva vedyo. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that the purpose of Veda is to attain me. Vedanta krit veda vedasya chaham. If somebody knows Krishna and he's chanting Hare Krishna, he's the highest Vedantist. That way. We then have to separately get into so many recitation of verses of all the Puranas and Vedas, and sometimes people get into all that so much Sanskrit and trying to become so a scholar. If you're a scholar, no problem, but one doesn't need to get into all that just for the sake of becoming scholar and knowing a lot. If one wants to perfect the life, then focus on Bhagavatam. Focus on Bhagavatam, focus on Gita, go back to God. Yeah. So, Prabhu, it is 8:30. I actually intend to do 8 to 8:30 only. But somehow the devotees joined late today. So what should we do? Should we stop or we can? I'll stop maybe. And I wish to see that all of you join at 8 tomorrow, so that we keep that regulation of 8 to 8:30. That'd be nice. So maybe probably I'll end today. And just 1 minute.